Hello, and welcome back to my Fire Emblem 8 Ephraim Reverse Recruitment. Today we have a back-to-back with chapters 3 and 4, but first we'll start off with chapter 3. For chapter 3 we have to start this chapter off by breaking down this wall with Ines and Marissa. Marissa is a new unit and she won't really be doing much. Myrrh has to dodge this Brigand, which wasn't too hard to do. And Garrick, who we got from last chapter, has to rescue Marissa so that Saleh can get a kill and hit level 3. Cyrene also plays a big part in this clear, as we have her carry Myrrh a good amount of the map. And Tethys has to move forward so that she can reach a certain way later on. She dances for Saleh as Saleh needs to break this wall down. Thankfully Saleh is strong enough where he should be able to one-round KO some enemies, although he does want to dodge some stuff. The Brigand has fairly low hit, and the archer's hit on Saleh isn't too good either, so getting him to dodge that isn't much of an issue. We have Ewan show up, and Ewan will definitely play a part for this run, although it's mostly for the early game. Ewan is a little bit faster than Saleh at base, but he hits a little bit weaker, so he'll have trouble one-round KOing some enemies. Now we have Cyrene drop Myrrh. Myrrh does have to face a very precarious enemy phase, and Saleh has to move the way he does so that we can set him up for something later on, towards the end of this map. Now Ewan is pretty solid, and Marissa and Ewan basically have a C support ready right off the bat. And we have to make a huge RN burn, so that Saleh can get a low percent crit on a thief, which is why we took off every item that can be stolen off of him with Tethys. Knoll at base thankfully has enough to survive this Brigand. And Myrrh also had to dodge that Brigand and take a bit of a risk, because she will get 2-hit KO by these two Brigands. Saleh, after killing that thief, hits level 4, and should be able to one-round KO a good amount of enemies for this point in the game. Saleh kills this Brigand, and now that we're on turn 3, we're pretty much just doing some last-minute shenanigans and just cleaning up, giving our units maximized experience gains. Ewan finishes this generic off so that Revenant can open that treasure chest, and Knoll also does the same thing. We get a javelin which will save us a little bit of gold. It's not much, but it will definitely be helpful. Cyrene attacks Basba, and she doesn't go ahead and one-round KO with a steel sword because we need Saleh to get that kill, which is what we're going to do right now, and it's a very reliable boss kill, as Saleh has very high base skill, as I may or may not have mentioned before. And where we just seize. And that is chapter 3 cleared in 3 turns. Now with chapter 4, it is a route map. Because it's a route map, it means we gotta kill every last one of them. We get Dozla, and Dozla will be very important for this run compared to my Erica route run, where he wasn't really used all that much. Because Dozla needs to hit a specific threshold for later on. But for the meantime, we have Ines kill this generic monster who we can one-round KO, because monster enemies are just really bad in Sacred Stones. We have Myrrh dodge this monster because we don't want her to kill it right away. And she hits level 4, which is very nice for her. Saleh also gets a kill because Saleh is actually going to be getting most of his experience from this map because the monsters tend to give a lot of experience compared to other enemies, barring promoted ones. Cyrene rescues Saleh so that she can drop him off so that he can get exposed to a bunch of combat. Now reinforcements are definitely going to be triggered for the next turn, so we have Dozla being ready to like take care of that problem. Saleh, as I'm demonstrating right now, with him being on his forest tile, he's just easily taking care of these monsters, including the moguls, who he actually has magic disadvantage because Dark is good against anima. Knoll had to connect a very shaky hit on that Bonewalker, which is one of the shitty things about this chapter, because some of our units' hit rates are just not very good. With that kill, Saleh now hits level 7 as he starts to get close to promotion. He's definitely getting that boss kill, so his experience window will be accelerated. But first, on turn 2, we have Ewan kill this monster. And Ewan has to play a big part in this clear because he needs to take care of the Bonewalker reinforcements. And he doesn't quite one-round KO some of them. The reason we did that RN turn was to manipulate some enemy stats. And we have to make sure the one that he can kill, or cannot kill for that matter, are spawned where he can at least be in a position to free hit KO. And then we do a bit of an RN burn because Dozla has really shitty hit rates on these Revenants who are on forest tiles. And Dozla's skill isn't all that great, which is a bit of an annoyance for this map in particular. Now, on the village on the bottom left, we have Laura's shell there, we have C stays, but we won't be grabbing her for this map, and she will still join us regardless. With this enemy phase, Dozla has to connect a bunch of really unreliable 60s and 70s, which isn't exactly great and not very encouraging, but the good thing is Dozla is strong enough and fast enough to double and one-round KO these scrubs. As getting him to a specific strength or attack threshold will be very crucial in the early game, so that is one of the things I would keep an eye out for. And business as usual for Saleh, he just kills everyone and does his thing. The boss of this chapter, who just has a bunch of HP, nothing else, basically gives an entire level worth of experience for Saleh to kill. Ewan also gets some important level ups, and he does get free hit KO by these Bonewalkers, but the forest helps him at least avoid one hit, which is all he needs. That entire map done, Saleh is now level 8 and ready to hit level 9, as you should be ready to promote for the end of next chapter. As chapter 4 cleared in 2 turns. I'll see you guys next time.